Hello everyone, Warngel here, and welcome back to the Grudgebringers campaign for Mortal Empires. Now, as you can see, I went ahead a couple of turns since the end of the last episode and laid siege to Karak Asgard. Now, the garrison has come out to attack us, and the balance bar is not looking good, but I think we can defeat the odds against us. There is a whole bunch of orc boys, they got a couple of big guns as well, and they have a goblin big boss, as well as a couple of ranged units, but I'm not going to worry too much about those. So instead, we're going to trust in the strength of our men, and fight this battle down on the battlefield. Okay then guys, here we are. Now, what we're going to do for this battle is basically fight it like we did last time. Use my outlaws to actually try and kite away some of the enemy units, bearing in mind that they do have a few ranged units, which can be a bit annoying when you're trying to do that tactic, but we'll make it work. And otherwise, we're going to rely on the strength of our front line, and try and do as many flank and rear charges as possible using Commander Bernhardt. If we can assassinate their big boss pretty early on in order to start damaging their morale, that's going to really help us out. But for now, let's set up. And I have to say, our side of the battlefield is pretty flat. This is not really the best. But we'll try and make it work. We'll try and make it work for us. In fact, it is very slightly on a slope, but I don't really want to go too close to the edge. Okay, what we'll do, let's grab my main front line, and we'll stick you guys basically along here, right? Ready to receive the charge. We'll put my crossbows over this flank, and we'll put the cannons over here. I'll pull you back slightly, just so you're that way, and then they're not going to really run the risk of, charging into my unit. And just to help out, we'll put the flagellants over here ready to flank round. Bernhardt then can come around here, ready to move. And then Vice and his outlaws will make his way up to here. Make sure they're on skirmish mode. Start the battle. And let's just bring these guys around and get some shots in. In particular, if we can do some damage to their big guns, who are armor piercing after all, it's going to help us out. So let's get them actually focusing a bit on shooting said units. Cannon should be going straight away. Oh, hang on. Oh, Christ, right. Let me slow down a minute while I explain. Now, part of the mechanics for playing with the Grudgebringers is that when you fight defensive battles, which includes Sally battles, we actually get a unit of war wagons. Now, as we build up our main headquarters, our main camp, we get access to more and more war wagons for defensive battles only. So, while they're not as useful as the ones with mortars, they will at least give me an opportunity to try them out. Oh, hang on, munitions. Replenishes ammunition for everybody nearby, not just the war wagon itself. Oh, that is cool. Okay. Let's see if we can try and use you a bit aggressively. It's annoying though that we can't actually deploy them ourselves. Like, they literally just spawned here instead of allowing me to move them around with the army, but what can you do, eh? Right, Grudgebringer cannon. I want you to focus now on the archers here. There's a nice big clump of orc boys sitting right there for you to damage. So if you can do that for me, that would be fantastic. And so I got you guys dealing with the situation there. And if we bring the war wagons round, again, we'll keep them in skirmish mode, and we can have them actually try and take out some of the enemy units. They got larger range than the outlaws after all. So let's see if we can get you shooting at their big boss. Don't know how much it's going to do, but maybe a little bit helps, doesn't it? Can we not do this yet? Nearly there. Our boys not that concerned about it. It's the big boys I am concerned. Where are they? Orc boys, orc big guns, here they are. Right. Wait for it. So now you have to wait for them to actually get in range before we can use it proper. But, there, do that. Right, flagellants, make your way around here, and I want you to come and attack the orc boys. You guys can now all charge in directly to engage them. Caledon, if you can do that as well. You're shooting them, that's fine by me. Grudgebringers, let's make you head around the flank, ready to charge them into the rear. Right, charge. Right, let's see, can we get a flank shot in right here, please? Right. Crossbowman, we're going to ask you to change your shots. I want you to go after these now. Looks like we're about to get that big boy running away. Sorry, the big boss, even. The big boy. Oh, God's sake. Okay, looks like we're ready to defeat them in the center here. That's great news. Chase them down now with our commander. If that was supposed to be a shrapnel shot, that was absolutely terrible. You should be appalled. Alright, let's see if we can try and get one shot into the flank. This should be an easy target. But you never know with this game sometimes. Right, you guys need to continue breaking. Imperial Foot, I have utmost faith in your combat abilities. You guys will run out. Okay, let's bring you over here. And don't forget, in theory, we may be able to actually get these guys to replenish their range as well. Go. Oh wow, that actually did work. So we can actually continue doing a bit of damage at least. I'll tell you what, you guys go and chase these down. Crossbowmen, focus now on those. You guys focus on these. Right. Okay, let's get you guys now come around down here. You guys go after the Orc Arrow boys. The Imperial Foot should be okay, but just in case, let's get you guys taking some shots at them. Okay, cannon, continue firing on their position. There we go. Most of them are starting to run. Let's get you moving out of the way now. Okay, Imperial Foot, come attack the Orc boys. Grudgebringers, start pushing forward. Caradon, come and help me against the Arrow boys. Not that we really need it, but still. Alright, let's get you guys chasing after these. You guys after these. Alright, can we actually do anything by charging our war wagons in? I don't really know, but I'm hoping we can. Spin you guys around here. There we go, perfect. Well, if you guys now come in over here, you come and attack these in the flank. Grudgebringers, go after the Orc boys here. Crossbowmen, I tell you what, go after these. Right, you focus on Eusebio, go after those. Grudge Cannon, go after those. Victory. Perfect. Now I'm going to chase down as many of these survivors as I can, so I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. So, a close victory according to the game, but I don't feel that's the case. Despite being outnumbered by over 1,000 orcs and goblins, we were still able to defeat them, taking very few losses, and managing to wipe out quite a few in return. Now don't get me wrong, they still got over 400 troops left, meaning that we will have to take some casualties when we fight at the settlement itself, but with their numbers reduced, I think we can take it on in older resolve. For now though, we are going to execute the captives, given they are filthy orcsies by the way, and then once it gets back to our turn, we'll finish off taking the settlement. Oh, what does the Silver Host want? Oh, this again. Now, because of the amount of money, I don't know if it happens with other people, but with me, especially at the moment with this campaign, I'm finding because I have a lot of money, that other factions are contacting me, just asking me to give them some money. Now, don't get me wrong, this will give them a bit of a faction diplomacy bonus, you know? But, do I really just want to give out random gifts of money? No, of course not. If nothing else, we are a mercenary army. We don't just hand out money to people just because they ask. They pay us, goddammit. But we at least managed to level up a bit. We managed to pick up a new regiment of renown as well, Ragnar's Wolves. So these warriors originate from the cold and inhospitable lands of Norska, where they fight under the command of Eric Ragnar. Now, Eric Ragnar and his wolves actually appear in Dark Omen, if I remember correctly, because in order to fight the Hand of Nagash, you have to make your way into Troll Country, and they join you for the duration. So we can actually recruit them. They're kind of far from home, but it will help us out to have another unit of cavalry in the army, especially when it comes to chasing down enemies after the battle. So for the moment, we pop on here, we'll recruit these. It's going to cost us a little bit in income, 392 because of our upkeep debuffs, but it will work. Now that's the thing. We also got the Man-Blight tribe right nearby. I'm sure that Bernhardt has been a bit careful about them being nearby, but for now, no. I want to go after Karagazgul. Oh wow, it's still only 50-50 despite this. I'm going to take the risk. I think we can still take them on, so... Yeah, we took a few losses, but we didn't lose any full units. Took a lot more losses than we did in that straight field battle, but we've taken the settlements. Now what we're going to do with it... I don't feel good with transferring it over to the Empire, simply because it doesn't quite make sense to me right now. But I will quite happily sack it, get a bit of extra cash and items, and then next turn we'll go back and burn it down. For now though, we want to take the opportunity to try and rest up and replenish our numbers a bit. So if we just stay more or less nearby, we can go then straight into in-camp, get ourselves replenished, probably get it within 2 turns in fact. And then as you can see, we've actually been busy as well upgrading a bit. We'll go ahead and get the Hunter's Lodge. This is going to help us out with casualty replenishment and the horde growth, and most importantly give us access to even more ranged units with our archers. I would like to wait though until we get a Huntsman, just because not only are Huntsmen, if I pop up back on here a second, not only are Huntsmen in my opinion just much better than standard archers, they also are good against anti-large targets, which are going to be useful too. So yeah, we'll hang on a bit. We do need to upgrade this war camp though to become a wagon fort before we can do anything, and that will help out with our upkeep as well. Oh, so many things to do. Right, Bernhardt yourself, let's level you up. You're one level away from getting your Grudgebringer sword. I would love to see how this actually does in combat. But for now, we're going to continue working on, because we've got Lightning Strike we can get. We could actually go for Logistician, so we can get casualty replenishment. Quartermaster will help us massively with our upkeep, given that we're paying, what, an extra 50% on top? But I would like really to start working on our combat abilities with him. So let's go initial training right away. And what do we really need? I kind of want to go for armor rather than melee attack, because we've got a good charge bonus anyway, but armor will keep us alive. So sure, we'll go for that for now. Right. The other thing I want to try and level up for with population surplus is to get our hands eventually on a press gang wagon so we can start getting more and more troops under our belts. It'll be handy to actually get some units, although ideally we want to actually take a settlement somewhere so we can recruit things like swordsmen, crossbowmen, spears, rather than actually just getting pikemen and free company militia. But I kind of got a plan for that. In fact, let me tell you about the plan now. Now, as you guys know... Oh yeah, I need to check something. Too many things, right. Because I contacted the mod author for OvN Lost Factions, explained what's happening with the Kassabar mission, and he told me that in his latest updates, he's actually made it now, so they are their own faction, and we can't... Oh no, but can we not just... Ah, you're kidding me. I'll tell you what, cancel the diplomacy right now. Oh, I might not even be able to do it still. To be fair, it might be just because this is a continued campaign rather than a fresh one. So he did say that he's changed it so I should be able to declare war on him, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. I mean, if I even switch back to this for a minute... Yeah, still can't. Okay. Never mind, let me rephrase then what I was going to say. Right, that's continuing. So this is what I was thinking. If we can't go after Kassabar itself, I'm going to leave that objective for now. Instead, we're going to have some fun against the Red Fangs up here in the area. Not that we got much, because we only got Karagazgul left, because Karagazgul has actually done pretty well so far. But we'll do a bit around here, and then we're going to make our way across the swamps, maybe go after Dragonhorn Mine, and then continue down towards Morgheim. We'll take that, because that's part of the quest chain for Asgard's Bloodfist. We'll continue along to Zandri, because that's where we can pick our hands up on some wizards. And then what I'm thinking is we continue down here in order to go after the followers of Nagash and Ark and the Black. We can actually try and take a major settlement here. Maybe not the whole province, but we can at least try and take the major settlement and maybe either keep the minor settlements or actually give it to the Empire as a foothold. I don't know yet. I'll leave it to you guys, in fact, to decide when we get down there. But from there now, we can actually push into the Nehekhara and go up then against the Dread King himself. And with the journey, it will actually level us up quite nicely, I think. But that's the plan I'm thinking at the moment anyway. For now, though, let's just hit this and wait until it's my next turn. Okay, Cazador. Cazador is actually offering me a military alliance, and he's willing to pay me. That is crazy. Given, as well, when you consider the difference between strength ranks, that's... wow. I kind of actually want to do this. Now, you guys know I don't normally do military alliances because of recommendations by you guys, in fact, because they will draw us into fights otherwise. But you know what? Sure. I'm actually going to accept it. I'll keep an eye out on the situation around here as well. But it'd be good as well, because we are got a bonus as a faction to have increased diplomatic relations with the Empire, with Batonia, and with Dwarves. So, might as well just enjoy the fact that we're going to be able to get those bonuses. Hang on, who are you? Just the fact that he's getting carried about. That... unless that's where... hang on, I'll have to check that. Valia's Sorrow. Storm of Chaos. The power of the Chaos Gods waxes strong, and magic spills from the collapsed gate in ever greater tides. Mutation runs riot. The twisted beasts of the woods and wilds grow in strength and daring. In response to this growing threat, a meeting known as the Conclave of Light was convened, and a grand alliance was forged between man, dwarf, and elf. This beginning to sound a bit like Lord of the Rings to me. It was agreed they would strike back against the Chaos Legions. The domains held by Chaos that serve as beacons beckoning the Chaos Hordes forth must be destroyed. Only then may the forces of order weather this storm. Though rumours of a new champion of the Chaos Gods are true, the end times are nigh. Well, we'll see about that once we've dealt with the Dread King. Oh, you cheeky buggers, you actually came in and took Arak Asgal from me. Okay, I was going to go in and burn it, so I wasn't going to get much from it, but still, it would have been nice to have dealt with it. Now, let me check who. Oh, it's Thorek. Oh my god. So, Thorek Ironbrow is in the old Warhammer lore. I mean, he was in the last edition of Warhammer before it turned into Age of Sigmar, but this guy was like the big daddy of Rune Lords. He was someone who was the only one brave enough to try and do some of the runes on the Anvil of Doom that you can see in front of him here. Now, it's been a while since I've seen the model. I saw the older model, which made it so it was actually like a proper anvil, and it had an apprentice of his in a forge next to it. So I don't remember him being carried around, but that's a pretty cool... excuse me, hiccups. That's a pretty cool character model, I must say. Fair dues. I'll leave him to take Valia's Sorrow. We're going to try and just get a bit of extra work done by going after some Chaos troops. We've got the Chaos Rebel Rising here. Let's help out our Dwarf allies. And plus, if it gets us any closer... yeah, I think we can easily auto-resolve that one. Taking even more casualties. Jesus Christ. Executes. Alright, picked up the Armour of Fortune. Those who don the Armour of Fortune seem to have the favour of Ranald, able to parry the lethal blow with a lucky deflection. Having that physical... so we're going to have basically 10% physical resistance, a 5% magical resistance, and plus 6 armour. Quite happily take that. Ooh. We now get Galad's Elf Archers as well. We do have to be a bit careful about going over the top, because we are very limited in our income. A lot of the money we've saved up at the moment is from fighting battles, and it's going to be very similar to the Wood Elves, in the sense that you can quite easily go into the negative. But as long as we keep fighting battles now, we should be okay. But let's continue the rest up again. Since we get more growth if we actually rest up. It's only +2, but it does save a bit of time. Now, if we pop onto... Oops. If we pop to Regiments of Renown, Galate's Elf Archers. There we go. So they're Forest Stalkers, they've got good range to them, do a lot more damage than our Huntsmen will. And you can read a bit about them here. Now, Galate's Elf Archers, I believe... I don't know if they appeared in Shadow of the Horned Rat, because I don't have much experience with that. But I know you can get a unit of Wood Elf Archers in Dark Omen, because you end up, at one stage, going into Alpha Lauren, and actually speaking to Orion, which is kind of weird, to say the least, given that you're just a mercenary commander. But, Grudgebringer. As you can see there, the mighty sword itself has runes inscribed along the blade by a bright magic wizard lord. In hand-to-hand, the wielder strikes more accurately and ferociously against his enemies. Wielder, I should say, not welder. And in addition, a fireball may be cast from the sword, so not only do we get those bonuses, but we also get the ability to do basically a wind blast effect with mad fire. That's going to be really cool to see. Although it's going to take us a turn to actually get it equipped. So, let's just hit the end turn once more. Okay, so the host has done some ritual and we picked up State Troop Standards. As regiments gain renown, their standards become talismans that are just as important as their sword arms, giving all my infantry units +5 leadership and speed. Now, I don't know if that actually counts for all of my infantry. I imagine it would. I mean, I can see that we've got a slight bonus here for speed, for example, with the Grudgebringer infantry, but I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we are continuing our journey down. We've got a few more levels to go before we can get our hands on the press gang wagon. But now we've actually pretty much defeated the Red Fangs. In fact, do they actually have anywhere left? Let's have a look. They got one settlement left up to the north. At Iron Rock. Do I want to go up there and fight them? Nah. I think they're pretty isolated. We've got Black Crag right over here, led by Grimgor Ironhide most likely. Yeah, and we've got these guys up here as well, the Bloody Spears. I think we can just leave them alone and leave them to their own devices at this point. In that case, what's that say by the way? The Ugma tribe. I have no idea who the Ugma tribe are. Anyway, let's continue for now. What I think I'm going to do, because there's not going to be really much happening up until the next stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making my way, I think, up towards... oh, Christ, what are these guys called again? The Bloody Hands. Should have guessed from the handprints. I know this is the faction of Razak, the Great Prophet, but I can never remember names. You guys know this by now. But... what I'm thinking is I'm going to skip forward a few turns, make our way up past the swampland, and head around here. We may even declare war on these guys just so we can get a bit more experience and a bit more cash to increase our armies before we head down to Morgheim. We can then take that and then continue then along to Zandri. So I'll see you guys in a few turns. Okay guys, as you can see I'm a few turns away and I have just started building the press gang wagon so we can get our hands on pikemen and free company militia. But I just wanted to show off this faction here. Now this is the Trolls faction, has been popping up on the top during the end turn phase, right near the end. And it's quite interesting. Basically they just have loads and loads of different troll units. They got things like stone trolls here, normal trolls, even Clubber is a troll chief. Now, it could be interesting for us to try and fight these guys just as a bit more experience, but at the same time, it's a very small army. We could take it on easily, and I'd rather just focus our attention on going up against the Bloody Hands. So, yeah, we're going to continue making our way over, get a few more units before we start laying siege to these settlements. But I wanted to show off the faction quickly, and this is also through the Lost Factions mod, so you can actually play as these if you've got the mod and Mixu's Unlocker. So, something different to try out in the future, eh? Huh. Interesting. So, not long after I showed you guys the Trolls faction, I decided to take the opportunity to get some practice in and actually go and fight them. And despite the fact we outnumber them massively, that balance bar is really not in our favour. I mean, they got some stone trolls, forest trolls. Okay, I didn't realise about the forest trolls. Snow trolls and Clubber himself. Well, I'm interested to actually give this a go. Balance bar, as you can see, really not in my favour, but let's fight it. Let's see how the Grudgebringers do against this troll horde. Right then, guys, let's give this a go. It really doesn't look like much when you look at it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the models look really cool. Let's have a look. So these are the forest trolls. Wow, they definitely look like something that's just crawled out of the dark reaches of the forest, don't they? Yeah, very cool. Then we got stone trolls. Oh my god, these guys look huge in comparison. Look at that difference. Oh wow. Okay. Then we got Clubber back here. Anti-infantry. Ooh. It's going to be interesting. 2 standard units of trolls. These guys do have poor leadership. Need to check out what they're like compared to... Oh, these guys have actually got better leadership. Armor piercing, anti-large capabilities. God, they look good though. I must admit, they do really look good. Poor leadership for the stone trolls. These guys actually have vanguard deployments. Interesting. And natural camouflage. They're actually quite sneaky, apparently. Compensate the replenishment. Okay. Stupidity. Troll metabolism. Right. Natural camouflage. These guys have the ability to stalk in any terrain. Oh my god. That's crazy. And speed of combat penalties caused by terrain are ignored by the units. Wow. Okay. Well, let's test them against the Grudgebringers, shall we? So, same basic sort of tactic, I think. We're going to grab my main front line here. Excuse me. We'll put you guys straight across here. Does that include Caledon? It does, right here. Good. We'll put the Grudgebringer crossbows round on this flank. We'll put Eusebius the Bleak's force by here, ready to swing round. We can put Gallad and his elf archers behind the line. Because don't forget, these guys can shoot over then to attack them. The cannon... Where's my cannon? Here. Let's put you right here. And the reason why I'm sticking them all the way back here is because then we have plenty of opportunities to shoot them as they make their way towards us. Now if we get you guys actually I want over on this flank. And I'm going to put the flagellants over here. Because don't forget, the snow trolls are anti-large. So sending my cavalry into them is not going to be a good idea at all. Now as for Vice, what's got the best... It's got the worst armor actually. 55. 80. 85, 40, 55 Clubber. I kind of want them to actually focus on dealing with the snow trolls. They've got massive weapon strength compared to the other units. So yeah, if I get Vice and his troops to go after the snow trolls, that's going to help us out massively. Keep you on skirmish mode. Right. Start the fight. Make your way up here. Cannon, I want you to focus on the stone trolls for me. In fact, if you can actually go after Clubber, that will help us out greatly. Let's bring you around this flank. Right, and focus on killing off these trolls as much as you can. It's going to take ages to do, and don't forget, they do have replenishment. But if we can just keep chipping away a bit... Do they actually have a cap in this game? Oh my god, that cap is massive. 23,000? Oh, Christ. Okay, I'll tell you what. You're going to have to just kite away the stone trolls, I guess. Right, let's get you guys to come over here and deal with these. Ragnar can lead the way. In fact, no, hang on. Yeah, Ragnar can lead the way. Bernhardt can then come in the flank. And we'll be able to use the Grudgebringer sword in a moment. Right. Let's get some explosive shots on here. Right. Give it a second. Right. Let's get you to focus your attention over here. You continue firing on that position here. Okay, Imperial Foot, come and attack these. You come over and attack these. Caradon, chase down Clubber, and you can come and help. Crossbowmen, continue firing over this position here. Okay, Grudgebringers, come and attack. And then you guys come and charge into these in the flank here. Okay, but keeping these kited away with Vice, that's good. Alright. Come in now and finish these guys off for me quickly. Now, how does this work exactly? Okay, so we've got a little bit of range to it. Not too much, but still. Trolls already starting to waver. Fantastic news. Alright, Clubber isn't looking too good either. Let's get you focusing on them. Right. Do some shots against them. Right. Turn around and take out these guys. No. Cannons. Cannons. Focus on attacking these for me. Oh, for God's sake. Right. Okay. Commander Bernhardt, let's bring you out here now. This actually went much easier than I anticipated. I'm not going to lie. Right, how are you guys doing? You've caught in combat. Right, let's get you out of there. Because you're going to take a lot of casualties from these guys if we're not careful. Right. Okay. Commander Bernhardt. I do want to check out the Grudgebringer sword. So, let's have a look. Ragnar is chasing down the last of the forest trolls. Crossbowmen, go and focus on killing off the chief. Right. It's just annoying. All my troops are around here, so I don't particularly want to do anything against them. But you guys can chase these down. Oh crap, you got caught up in combat again, have you? No, you haven't. Don't lie to me here, game. Right, go and fight those. Alright, let's see how this looks. 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, it actually does look like a proper flame effect as well. That's really good. I like that. Okay, Grudgebringers infantry, come over here and attack. Because don't forget, Gunther here has the has the Hellfire Sword, which does fire damage. Very useful against the units that regenerate, like the trolls. Right, but you guys continue chasing these down. You guys chase these. Cannon, if you want something to do, kill me some snow trolls. Right. 3 units left here, but we need to try and kill them off quickly. Right, let's get you guys out of the combat then. Quickly. Right. Well, let's bring them down here. Okay, they're back. Right. Let's get you guys to come in and finish these off quickly. Okay, Bernhardt, come around this way and attack. Oh wow, he actually does flaming attacks now too. That's an extra cool bonus. Now, I'll tell you what, finish off these trolls for me. The infantry then, come over here and finish off what you can of these. And there we go, victory is mine. We can easily chase down the stone trolls. Not that we're going to get much kills from them, but I think we've done enough for now. Let me just kill off the last of these ones. And then I think I'll quite happily at the end of the game, the battle even. I can't talk right now. Right. Just kill these guys off. You have nearly done. Come on. 94. Oh, did he just make it off the battlefield? Or did he die? I can't tell. Damn it. Okay, hit end battle. Apparently a close victory. But let's have a quick look. We lost 100 men from that fight. Okay, it does look bad when they've only lost 23. Considering they only started with 35. But still. Oh Christ, these guys, these snow trolls did a good number. 61 casualties. Wow. Stone trolls are still at full health. We didn't really kill off any of these. But we should be able to chase them down and finish them off quite easily now. So, one close victory later. But we didn't do too bad. The battle itself actually reminded me from one of the missions that appeared in Dark Omen, where there was basically a bunch of trolls way up in Kislev in Troll Country, where the name suggests a lot of trolls. But I remember there was a particular battle where you did have to go and fight trolls. Now, they weren't coming in units, they were just coming in one at a time. But I do remember having to basically fight the battle where they were coming down almost as if they were herded by someone, and you had to basically just kill them all. They were quite tough to do in Dark Omen from what I remember. But these guys have given them a run for their money, I will admit. Now, let's go and chase down the survivors. We should be able to do this much more easily this time. Although we took a lot more casualties, it looks like. We did. They killed more in the Order Resolver. Jesus. Okay, execute them. Right. Picked up some more experience at the very least. And we don't have enough time now to actually do this march. Okay, we'll just take the attrition, as little as it is. But at least we leveled up a bit. Now, 1 point. What do we want to go for? Picked up Missile Warden. Eventually we can get ourselves a 30% reduction. That's crazy amounts. 15%. I kind of want to start working towards Quartermaster. Yeah, let's go and get our hands on Quartermaster. Just start saving a bit of money, given the fact we have got plus 50% upkeep at the moment. Even just minus 3%, making it minus 40, plus 47%, is going to help us out a little bit over time. And as we put more points into it, it's going to help out more and more. But for now, let's just hit enter once again. Horrors of the Pass. A Kurgan army of immense proportions has crossed into the High Pass. The Dwarf Slayer King Ungrim Ironfist, who has sworn to hold the eastern passes, prepares his defences and with the might of Karak Kadrin, is ready to vanquish whatever horrors descends into the Peak Pass. Oh, that'd be cool. It's a shame we can't see what's going on up there, but that would have been cool to see. But at this point now, I think we're going to end the episode. I'm going to set up a camp, ready for us to start getting a bit of extra recruitment in, and get some replenishment. As you can see, we're a bit of a need of it. So we'll do that, and Jesus, it jumps up quickly, don't it? Right. So we have the opportunity now to actually get a press gang wagon. We can upgrade it, and then it gives me even a cheaper recruitment cost. But I want to save up to get a tier 3 wagon fort. As you can see, that's going to help with our upkeep, give a bit of extra growth, and allow us to actually recruit more units in a go. And just gives me a more defensive opportunity with 3 war wagon units. But we're going to have to wait another turn for that. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is take the opportunity to recruit some units. Now you can see you can get it pikemen, which I don't know how I don't know, we don't have the spearmen nearby to actually compare them to. But I would prefer to get my hands on spearmen. But pikemen will do for now. So we'll go get 2 units of you. Yeah, I'm not going to get a huntsman. I am going to get a unit of 3 company. And in fact, we'll get 2 units. Because then at least we can expand it out enough. Yeah, we'll do that. So, next episode, we're going to probably go to war against the Bloody Hands. We'll at least go after Bitterstone Mine and Dragonhorn Mines here, before making our way down, like I said, towards Morgheim down here to the south. Now, if we take that, it is in an uninhabitable climate. No, we're not going to take it. We'll have to take it because we need to as part of the objective, but we can also abandon it straight after and just continue on our way. Like, going after Zandria or something like that would be much more better, just because it is uninhabitable climate, and we want to get something a little bit closer beforehand. In fact, so probably, like I said, go over towards the Land of Assassins, on the coast, defeat Arkan the Black, and take a territory of his, so to have as our headquarters, rather than try and take anything up here. But for now, we'll just go after the Bloody Hands. So, I'm going to skip forward a couple of turns after I finish recording anyway, just so we're in position ready to start fighting. But in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed, and I do hope you join me next time for some more Warhammer. But until then, everyone, take care, and goodbye for now.